Hi, I'm Bridget Bartley, and I'm with the Woodrow Wilson Rehabilitation Center. Today I have with me Commissioner Jim Rothrock with the DRS program. Hello.
Hello,
welcome.
how are you today, Bridget?
I'm good, thanks. How about yourself?
Very well. It's a pleasure to be here with you and everybody else.
Thank you. It's an honor to have you here today. I've heard about a new type of brain injury. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yes, our agency at the Department of Rehab Services has been the lead agency for brain injury services since the early 90s, in fact the late 80s. And typically we dealt many times with motor vehicle accidents, gunshot wounds, blunt traumas to the head, and had a difficult way to find out how to work with them early, have defined some processes, particularly here at Woodrow Wilson, where we can serve this population. But with the new injuries coming home from Iraq and Iran, it's a whole nother different population. This population is not coming to us as a result of something like a motor vehicle accident or a gunshot wound. But what we're seeing is there are huge numbers, thousands of individuals who have a traumatic brain injury that is the result of just the continual concussion of bombs and cannons going off. Boom, 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 boom. And that along with being in a very tense situation, results in short-term memory loss, anxiety, anger, and just the typical type of thing associated with post-traumatic stress. And this is a whole new type of series of disabling conditions that we're having to force ourselves to deal with.
Can you tell me exactly what has the Commonwealth of Virginia done to prepare for this new diagnosis group of people?
And these new people coming back. The Commonwealth has taken several measures and has funded a couple programs. You've heard in other interviews what the Department of Veterans Services has done. More than $2 million will be there to coordinate services between the Department of Mental Health, Mental Retardation, and Substance Abuse Services and their community service boards, and our agency, the Department of Rehab Services, along with Woodrow Wilson Rehabilitation Center, and brain injury programming around the state. And we are working together to try to respond to this. The particular thing that I'm excited about is Governor Warner and Governor Kane have been able to work with the General Assembly to fund through DRS more than $3 million that have created 12 partner programs around the state in most of the major population centers. And these programs provide case management, resource development, and day activity centers where the wounded warriors who are returning with this new type of brain injury can go, can get services, and be able to make a better integration back into society. Also here at Woodrow Wilson, we've got a wonderful history of serving people with brain injuries, and the neuropsychological evaluations and some of the skill training that we've got with those individuals that allow them to compensate for short-term memory loss and do better ways of getting through the activities of daily living. I think that's good. And our agency, the other major portion, the Vocational Rehabilitation Department, or section, is excited to help veterans go back to work. In my opinion, there have been many programs that want to assure that veterans get benefits, and Lord knows they're deserving of benefits.
Absolutely.
But eventually, I think a full integration into society, or reintegration into society, means that somebody can actually go back to work. We all define ourselves many times by what we do, and if you introduce yourself to somebody as a disability recipient, it's not quite the same as noting that you're a draftsman or a computer operator or a cook or a chef or doctor, lawyer, Indian chief. And we're hoping to make sure that more and more veterans can receive these services and become employed.
I certainly hope so. Thank you so much for being with us today.
It's a pleasure, and thank you for all the work that you're doing on this.
We wish all of our veterans the best of luck.
Thanks.